Welcome to In the Know with Steph and Joe. In the Know with Steph and Joe is all about small business development. These two entrepreneurs bring real life experience, laughter, and just a ton of knowledge on how to build your small business and make it thrive. This is your creation. Now learn how to make it sing. Of course, In the Know with Steph and Joe brought to you through our good friends, brought the financial support. It's really hard for me to say that. Through our friends over at Restoration One, Water, Fire, Mold, 847-264-4664. And of course, our good friends over at Steph's Bookkeeping. Check them out at stephsbooks.com, or I don't know the phone number offhand.
847-942-3004.
And
had a show for over 2 years now.
yeah, I don't. You would think that I? You think that I would
get on your stuff?
You think that I would remember that and then turn her mic on when she says
when she's talking?
Yeah.
Oh man,
you may want to say that.
We're off to a great start.
Let's go on to Epic Media.
It's the end of the year. We're doing fine.
Right. And then our good friends at Epic Media. If you need social media, website, anything like that in today's fast-paced world, check out epicmediainc.com. They're the best at what they do. And then today, here it is. See if we got this. Wrap it up to year end, wrap up, wrap it up, stick it out there. Great year, 2021.
Come again, stick what out there?
Yeah, your business.
Yeah. Good.
And your numbers. You guys did a great job. So we just wanted to do this is it for the year. You guys are taking a couple weeks off. We'll be back in 2022, but absolutely. And we've got a live studio audience here today. It's amazing.
We do. Can we get it? There it is. Yeah, that was awesome. Way to go.
Yeah, we have a special guest in the studio. We're trying to coerce him to come
onto the
camera.
actual
we got a chair
camera.
right here for you.
I mean, come on, bring it in.
Put it together for your good friend Tim
up,
Santos from Health Markets, the Santos Agency down on Green Street. And that phone number?
815-271-5438.
And I had his microphone on.
And people might know Tim also from Let Me Tell You Something, Brother.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Airs on Tuesday night.
Watch out for 2022. It's going to be a killer year for that show too.
I mean, or more like a chokehold year.
Yeah,
of the,
that's
There you go.
something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Power bomb.
Power bomb of the year.
That's it.
I tell my chiropractor, she does that all the time on my back. I'm like, you're just dropping elbows from the top rope when you crack my back, right? Like, she's like, no, I'm just pressing down.
Awkward that this.
I am
so
excited though that I finally put a post out.
Certainly
want
to look good for radio.
Any small business owners to come to the studio and talk about their end of year, and we actually had one show up.
Look at that. I mean,
it was kind of
it's
exciting.
pure coincidence, to be honest. I was like,
no, you saw my post.
Yeah, there it is. That is exactly.
Come on. Thank our marketing.
Yes.
Thank our marketing.
Yes, it's your marketing for sure. Absolutely. All credit due to marketing.
Well, year end, I mean, how's your year end going? That's a tough one.
Our year end, actually, we've had our best year ever since I've been an insurance agent.
I mean,
yeah.
You got you have ticked my jealousy list and bought a
ambulance,
and I'm really
so the ambulance will be hitting the road in 2022, spring of 2022, coming to a parade and festival near you, probably all over McHenry County. We're going to get it rewrapped by someone who does some rapping.
Like wicca.
No, like
Oh.
rap. It currently has health markets on it right now. It was a gift from my territory manager for the successful year that we had, or just to get it out of his parking lot because he was tired of looking at it.
An
don't
office
care.
insurance bill.
Yeah, you know what? He said you like to do things in the community, and it's been sitting here. So if you want it, it's yours. And I was like, how much? He's like, no, if you want it, it's yours. So cool. Had to put $200 to get it started back up, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we're excited about it. So if Sally was here right now, she would be saying that we've improved our business by about 300%. So she's very metrics oriented.
Wow, 300%. Wow.
Yeah, so we sat down over the past 7 or 8 weeks with 284 families or people, new clients, which is extraordinary. So, and like 40 some existing clients reviewing their current stuff. Man. Yeah, so we've won a trip to the Key Largo that we're gonna take in July for our anniversary, and we're in the runnings for a week's trip in Hawaii. All paid for by Health Market. So we've never been to Hawaii. That's on Sally's bucket list. So I'm trying to make that happen for her.
We need three more policies.
Yeah. So I mean that's like the perfect point kind of I was going to is I'm picturing, all right, 300% you've increased your growth.
Mm-hmm.
That's massive numbers. That's a massive amount more work.
It is.
It's just you and Sally, right?
Yeah.
And so
sure is.
Yeah. So being somebody that has so what's your plans for
to continue growth?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna be hiring somebody. So we need to hire someone to so Sally's a licensed agent. She does none of the selling right now though. So she brings them in and she fills my calendar like 10, 12, 15, 16 appointments a day.
Right.
6 days a week. I just won't work on Sunday. I'm like, Jesus didn't work on Sunday. I'm not working on Sunday.
That's
watching football.
That's fair enough.
But she keeps me going, and we do 99% of our business in person. I don't like working over the phone or Zoom. There's like a relationship that we're trying to build with each and every person who walks through the door, and it's impossible to have that same relationship just spitting numbers over the phone. Or do I even know that they're understanding what I'm saying?
Right.
Unless you're dialed into 21.6 at end. We thank you for that. Love everybody.
Yeah, but we're not talking internet
We'll
radio.
take anybody that comes along.
We're talking health insurance. That's important, and it's something that you need to make the right decision up front because you can't get out of it. And you can stop having it, but you can't make changes during the year. So we got to nail it the first time. And I think we do a pretty good job at that. So it's crazy because I'm trying to be out of the office since yesterday until this Monday, just taking a little breather, and my anxiety is through the roof because I'm just like, for the past 3 months, I've just been go. And now
you're like, stop.
Yeah. And waiting for the phone to start ringing. Like, okay, where did there's a lot of people that we saw. There's got to be some miscommunication there, right? Like someone's got to have a question, and they're sitting there like, nope, phone's quiet. We're wrapping. It's like Santa's workshop right now at our office. We're wrapping all
all the toys are packed into the bag.
Yeah,
everything's teed up, ready to go. You're just waiting for launch date.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm waiting for at this point, other than
wrap it up.
So then when do you,
Awkward.
So since you guys, your open enrollment is, oh, hi, Mom. Open enrollment
Hi, Linda.
is towards
Hi,
the
Mom.
latter part of the year, normally.
Mm-hmm.
So then does that mean that you and Sally are going to kind of, like, your plan is for like the beginning part of 2022 to just kind of ride out just the two of you until like third quarter and then bring somebody in when you're starting for your Super Bowl, or what?
Probably more like halfway through the year we'll get someone, because we got to train them, right, and to still deliver the same business, the same motto, the same everything that Sally brings to the table. Like basically we want to bring someone to answer the phone and tee them up and set the appointments and vet the appointments too, making sure that they're worth everyone's time. And it took Sally a year or so to really like fine tune her script, what she says to everybody. And so we need someone that's going to deliver that same passion and want to be there every day and can take someone telling you to F off, and like, stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't think we're going to nail it the first time. It may take a couple. So we're going to start probably mid-year, bringing in and seeing what we can do part-time, like 20 hours a week or whatever. And we'll offer benefits and stuff like that, even at part-time.
So Restoration One is currently hiring all positions, but when you do go, what's your plan for finding that person?
So first we need to put our heads together and think of who is our ideal candidate, and then we'll go forward with that. So we're just not really sure if we want someone that's fresh and new to like the work industry in general,
totally
where
green.
We can kind of mold them how we want them to be. Just with my previous restaurant background, sometimes people who bring in their work experience also bring in some things that may be
bad habits. Say it out loud. Right? Say it out loud. They're bad habits.
Bad habits.
Yeah.
I think we want to mold someone who wants to grind it out with us and like make a name for themselves and be more of like a family member and not like an employee, because we are very prideful on like the husband and wife family aspect of it. So I want someone that's going to come and like work like they're part of the family. And not just an employee.
Carrie and I can definitely attest to how hard that is to maintain.
Yeah.
So
when you bring in other people.
What do you think was the biggest thing that drove your guys's production this year? Do you think it was referrals or marketing or your community work, or did you guys kind of track that? What do you think was the biggest return?
So Sally actually did track that, because we like to report back to like our superiors on what was working, so we could try to help make other agents like see the same growth.
Correct. Yeah.
Because look, there's so many people, no one's stepping on my toes in McHenry anyway, so I don't care. I'll tell everyone what our secrets are. But she just did the math. So of those 284, only 21 of them were like leads where people were like just on Google looking for health insurance that we got their information. 10%. Every other person was a referral.
Less than 10%.
Wow.
Yeah, that's less than 10%.
Impressive.
Yeah, we had like 250 some referrals. So huge. And to the point that she couldn't even like focus on trying to like build new business by like just cold calling people, because the phone was just ringing and people were just walking in the door like, you've helped out my neighbor, and now here's me, and here, help out my sister. There was a company out there, I helped one of the owners, and he sent every employee to me. Wow. And we helped every single one of them. So it was
I was able to squeak in. I think I was your last signed contract, I think.
Yeah, well, one of them. Yeah. One of them.
And he's like, "Oh, it's ending today," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll be there 9. It's fine."
Don't worry.
Yeah. So the cool thing is that actually open enrollment's been extended to January 15th, and we're just trying to take the holiday off right now and enjoy our Christmas and New Year. But so until January 15th, if you apply now until then, your insurance is effective February 1st. But honestly, part of the success from the year was they never really closed down the marketplace due to COVID. So when we went to Vegas in February, we got word that, hey, when you get back, you get to get back to work, because we're going to open the marketplace back up from February 15th to May 15th. And then May 15th turned to June 15th, and that turned to August 15th. So we like never really got our break that we usually get. Yeah. Which that's all good. And, unfortunately, due to COVID, it's kind of another reason why we've had such a successful year, because so many people were losing their jobs and then in turn losing their benefits. So we did a lot of consulting, whether they should take Cobra or, do something on the marketplace. And look, if Cobra was their option, I have no problem telling someone, I'd love to help you, but you're good where you're at.
Right. That's one of my favorite parts of when, hey, look, you can handle this. You're fine.
Jamie from the Algonquin Chamber.
That's it.
Hello, Jamie.
Good shout out there. She's doing great work over there. Question came in that says, when you're having such a successful year, how do you find time to plan for the next?
Yeah. So one of the nice things about our business is our actual business here doesn't start until March 1st. So we get open enrollment, and then we get some time there where we get to plan out and strategize for the next year.
So it's
you have an offset season, if you will.
Yeah. So that could go to all three of you. I mean, if you're having such a successful year, how do you find time to plan? Because what a lot of small businesses do, right, is ride that wave until it hits the shore and go, ooh.
We look at things every quarter. So we take an evaluation every quarter of where we're at.
Very smart.
If we're close, if we're not close. So we usually by September, October are really starting to ramp up going into January, because my busiest quarter is first quarter. That's my busiest quarter of the year, because everybody that waited and didn't do any bookkeeping or accounting for the whole year, that's when they're calling us. Like, our time to shine is January, getting ready, and then the CPAs
getting ready to prepare for those accountants
to go present everything, and then we got to take all the new people in and everything. So so we kind of evaluate everything on a quarterly basis to make sure we're on track.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
And then we start putting projections. Rich will do a projection and I will do a projection, and then at the end of the year we determine who wins. I mean, or who had the more,
I mean, there's no, You know, the whips and chains come out if he loses. Right?
How about Resto?
The whips and chains come out if
if she wins, he loses, she wins, right? Yeah.
Either way, the whips and chains are coming out.
I'll finally get the bone thrown.
$200.
$200 Home Depot. Home Depot, if you want to sponsor, I will sit in the chair during the show.
I will own that chair during that show if we get that. So I agree. We're not quarterly. Because our industry is so evolving right now. Our industry is very young. We're constantly looking at what we're doing and evaluating it, and doing what we need to figure out where we're going, how we're going to get there, and things like that. It's hard to project, when you get, hey, we got this sudden spike in rainfall, and right, like, how are we going to figure that one out? So our doors could be, blown open with rain. So for us, it's a little different. Our job, our main work is trying to figure out how to maintain and not have those spikes, but more a level playing field. And if we can slowly grow without the big spikes and keep it very steady, that's our goal. We did awesome numbers, much like not to the folds, 3 folds that you have done, but we've done great numbers this year. And that's why I mentioned earlier, we're always hiring. We need people, whether it be front of the house, back of the house, middle of the house, outside the house, inside the house, under the house, top of the house. I don't care where it is. We are hiring people to work around and in our business. So we've come to that realization that it doesn't matter. We need people. So we're always hiring. So in that projection, it's not a matter of how many or what are we hiring for now. It's a matter of just finding those right, well-talented people to just go out and drive our business the way we want it to be done. But absolutely. It's finding that person that is that wants to do it as good as you. Right. That is such a hard thing to do. It is. So I agree with that.
Yeah, so I don't know where we haven't really talked about it yet. We haven't slowed down too much to really have the conversation. We just know if we're going to continue to grow, we need more than just me and her in the office. So
So now another question that I would ask is, it's a family-run business. All of you family-run business, and Steph, you just have hired a couple people this year in a small office, right? And it's a little different for Restoration One, as they're out in the field working, but they do a great job representing your brand. So it's
first-hand Kent knowledge.
Yes, no, I listen.
We mentioned it before.
From the people sitting at the table, I've done business with 2 of the 3. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, fair enough. And unfortunately, you had to deal with me.
One day I might need I might have money to have a bookkeeper. One day.
Let's get you there on the right here, right?
But with that said, it's and we've talked about it to nauseum, especially on Steph's books, and Steph's tips. Is the interesting thing is that's your baby, right? So Sally comes with, I can't let this fail. Now the new employee may come in and go, no, I'm going to coast, or whatever. So how do you, it's got to be a very, very difficult, to me, probably interview process, because here you go, right? Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this because I love where you're going with that question, and so I want Tim to answer first because you're hiring. I don't know what would be your first employee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're very green at hiring, right? Steph's hired a couple employees.
Yeah, so green at hiring with this business. So,
with this business, right? Well, with your own company,
correct?
Yes. Right, that where it's your baby that you're about to give to somebody else, and say, go do this, right? Steph's hired a couple people. We've hired a bunch of people, right? And so I want to walk through this, and then I want to answer last because I feel like let's grow on this. Yeah. So I want you to start first on where your mindset is with who. Like you said, the level you're trying to hire.
Yeah. So again, the first thing we need to do is really just identify the person we're looking for, and then their exact job duties and responsibilities. That's got to be first and foremost, really. And then I would say that we are in a good position where we're not a business that needs warm bodies to perform our services right now. So we can be very selective. Like we can handle it. Like Sally's doesn't do the sales yet, but I could have her start that if that's where it went to. So we do have some time and the ability to really be selective on who we bring in, and 18 years of restaurant management experience bringing people on. I know the hiring format, what people are looking for. And Sally comes from a marketing background where she managed teams of people for marketing. So she knows like how to interview people. And honestly, she's the backbone in the business. I'm the softie, but she's not going to let people just get away with whatever they want. She doesn't even let our clients get away with whatever they want. If they call and they're like, I want to talk to him. No, you need to set up a time to talk to him. Like this is not how we operate. She's very much process orientated. So she'll create a process for hiring, and we'll work together to create the template of the person that we want to bring on. And, but because we've never done it before, I don't know if we'll get it right the first time
for your own business.
Yeah. We'll probably have to tweak some things, but I think we'll make it appealing for people to want to at least inquire about the job.
Do you guys, Do you guys work? Jamie has a question. Do you work with colleges for employment?
We looked into it, but this round we were looking to hire somebody that was a staff accountant and that already came kind of credentialed. But our next round, when we get our next bookkeeper, yes, we intend to work with MCC or ECC or College of Lake County to maybe find somebody that's in the accounting program, and take them on for our role.
For us, it's really hard to work with a college when you're a tradesperson, because you kind of go against the college drive or need to pay tuition, right? Mine is come work for me when you're fresh out of high school, and I'll teach you everything you need to know. And right. And you don't need to, but that being said, I don't discount, I have my own college degree. I don't discount a college degree. I encourage all of our guys to drive to get some, education, no matter where it comes from. I don't care what kind of education they get, but so I would say we don't pull from college, but I would love to work with colleges when, because I'd hate to see a student not do well in college because they're pushed to go to college and maybe not be given another opportunity somewhere else. So, a college have a way to say, hey, maybe this isn't for you, and you can, let me give you another opportunity somewhere else. That would be what I would like to see, but and how I would work with them. But what's your hiring?
The process?
Yeah.
I just go by what I feel, my vibe. If I vibe with them, it's fine. No.
There's a lot to that though.
If I like them, they're in.
I have to we have to get along personality wise, because work stuff is very different than fun stuff. And a lot of my previous staff at my former life have told me that it's just very different. Like I have an expectation and you need to execute. And, so we have to get along. I need somebody that's strong enough to handle my personality. And I need somebody that's submissive enough to let me be the boss. So
do you think you could tell your employees that?
What?
What's that?
Yeah. are you submissive enough, or are you?
I don't know.
You were just talking about whips.
Yeah. Are you submissive enough for me?
I mean, like, I don't say that to them, but like,
This is the employee break room. This is
Chubby bunny.
Like, it's a struggle. Like, I feel like it's a struggle. Like our first round that we hired, because I feel like I'm a lot more selective and picky now that it's my own business, my own money, my own everything compared to when I was hiring previously. And so the first round, I feel like it was a learning experience. Melanie is still with us.
Thanks, Jamie. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Jamie. The other employee that we hired, if I would have taken a little bit more time, I would have seen the red flags that actually were there, like during the interview and resume process. And I took it as a learning experience. We actually hired somebody the other day. They start January 4th. Her name is Chase.
Yeah, congrats. Shout out.
So she is going to, I feel like, be a rock star. I feel like she's borderline going to be above my skill set. So she,
awesome.
So I'm definitely happy for that. And also to kind of talk about what Kent was saying with the baby and holding on. And I know I've always, in every show, you can watch every replay, I've always said, like, it's mine and I'm keeping it and I'm a control freak. So in January, I am going to be sending emails out to every single client and let them know who their new point of contact is and give them the email and phone number of the, so they'll either be working with Melanie or be working with Chase.
You just gave your baby to the nanny.
So I'll still be accessible, but they are going to start taking ownership of the deliverable.
Safe words, Chubby Bunny.
And the only way for them to be successful within our company is for me to let them control the deliverable and let them have that communication with the client. So we are making big changes come 2022. And that is why I'm taking next weekend to go on vacation for a couple of days to process this new plan. But I'm totally
you can feel her anxiety. You really
I don't know if the tension's in the air or it's
you can feel that.
It's this work from home candle that was burning. I don't know what's in the air, but it feels like
it's making me sweaty, but I feel like it's gonna be good. I have a good team. I know that I
believe those are called the Spilkies.
What is that?
That is a Yiddish term.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've never heard. Oh, no. I got a Yiddish term on you.
Yeah, no.
This is called
morning,
the Spilkies.
Gary.
It's called the Spilkies.
But
hey, Gary, good morning.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing. I need to step into a different role of being an overseer and really be the face and the sales of the company and kind of put out the fires if there are any. And my team needs to execute and take control of their their cluster of clients that they're going to be handling.
I love that.
So one thing I'll add is, and lesson learned already. So when Sally came aboard, right? So,
wait, the tension just got even thicker because I felt him squirm there.
Well, she's wrapping presents right now. She's not watching. So anyways,
she could be listening.
Well, maybe. So Sally came on board about 2 years ago now, and that was my baby. She was coming into, and you may or may not think, well, it's your wife, your spouse, so business partnership should be able to work, right? But we had 6 months at least of where we bumped heads all the time, and we weren't sure that it was going to work.
That's fine.
And the reality of that was because I didn't set the expectations of the role that I wanted her to fill in the business. She had her own idea how she wanted to proceed when she was kind of coming into my world and my business. So we already know like the expectations, the job description when we do bring someone on board. So there's not that bumping of heads of, well, you think you're supposed to do this, but I never told you to do that. Well,
what do you do? What do I do? How do you do it?
Yeah. And even more so, it's going to be between Sally and the employee, because that's really the role that someone's going to kind of be stepping into. So she's going to really have to step up and say, this is exactly what I want this person to be doing. And also allow herself to give that person that responsibility.
But that's in her wheelhouse though. I mean, that's right.
I mean,
honestly, though, I mean, if Sally was just an employee, she probably wouldn't have stayed employed with me. Like, that's how much we bumped heads initially. It was just like, I know you got this background in this business, but you're coming into my business. So, like, however you thought it worked there, like, we need to talk about this. You can't just take it upon yourself to start changing processes and implementing things, right, without consulting. So,
well, we talked about it when we did the spouses show when Carrie and Rich came on, and
I was just thinking about that.
like, so like Rich and Joe think very similarly in how they look when they look at the business, look at the analytics. They're very operational based in the way they look at it. And then me and Carrie look at it from cash flow and a numbers based, like an accounting kind of looking at it. And even though we have the same goal and same growth plan, it's just the road to get there is so different.
Yeah. We could see it totally differently.
And then
right?
Like, you're trying to explain it to them that you're like, like you can't get past that explanation because that's not the way their brain works. And then it's just got to go in the gladiator pit and work it out.
I'm a total, I don't right, left, whatever brain that is. That go ahead, Kent.
No, it's that time. It's that time of the show. So we just really want to throw a little love out to our good friends over at Epic Media. Of course, Epic Media, big sponsor of this show. We love them. But with the continued growth of technology these days, it's essential that you have an effective internet marketing strategy in place for your business. Whether you need a custom website designed to help integrate your social media accounts to your business marketing program, check out our good friends over at epicmediainc.com. They are absolutely awesome. Right. They do a great job. And if you don't know, like and follow In the Know with Steph and Joe. There's out there on Facebook. I become friends with them. Everybody wants to be a friend nowadays.
Supposedly.
So go ahead and or like, follow here on 21.6 and Net. But our good friends over at Epic Media. Awesome.
I just want to say, if you want to like us and know us on Facebook, you have to play nice in the sandbox.
Yeah.
We don't want D-bags coming on. That's all I'm saying is,
dude,
right?
I feel you.
Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for
I just
them.
went through my friends list. And I'm like, I don't even know who this person is. I don't think I've ever interacted with them
Goodbye.
in my life.
Goodbye.
I see them. They're all these realtors. There's only one realtor in my life. Shout out Don Bremer. That's like the only person.
Yes, right. That's a neighbor. That's the neighbor to you.
Neighbor.
Right.
You know, one of Sally's best friends. So, anyways.
Yep. And today, we really are loving having Tim Santos from Health Markets to Tim Santos, or the Santos Agency. I didn't take away Tim. Sorry about that. But there, you'll see him up there on the screen. They do a great job. Done business with him. Absolutely fantastic at what he does. And Gary from Singapore, good morning. Glad that you're with us. Says first time listening to the show. Consider it's 5:30 on a Saturday morning.
Oh man, I'm so honored because I think am I like the last show that Gary is
one of the last shows.
He's like a long time listener.
That's right.
I think I remember talking to him sometime while
on a different show.
On a different show, and it was great. I like
Gary's fantastic.
So what is your hiring process?
Okay, so you guys hit a couple notes, and I wrote a couple things down. You guys talked about the ownership and passing your baby on, right? And how, when you worked in a restaurant, Tim, it wasn't your baby, right? So now going to hire for your baby, right? You even talked about, you said it, giving my baby to Sally, my wife, was a very hard thing.
Your wife is Sally too? That's weird.
No.
Oh.
No. His wife. Yeah. But it was a very hard thing, right? Yeah. Like now it's not a restaurant where you got to go hire some dumb hostess or whatever. You know what I mean? Like Well,
the thoughts and opinions expressed on the show. The thoughts and opinions expressed on the show do not necessarily reflect the thoughts and opinions.
Some dumb person sitting at the front counter that says, "Where do you want to sit?"
That's entry level.
I made a joke. I literally was a host for one day and made a joke on, listen, let me take you to this table. I made it, I built it, and I'm doing this as I'm walking the the client to their table. I say client, but the person, the restaurateur to the table, and I'm walking them over there, and I just made this thing up and I'm like, I made it, I built it. There's these beautiful tables, and hey, my name's Joe. Let me present you to Joe Table.
See, I would have laughed.
See, so literally, I say that because if you can't create something like that while you're doing that, like you're hiring somebody to literally just escort somebody from the front to the back, right? Like, so you're not hiring somebody to take your baby, is what I'm getting at, right?
Right.
So when we took this shift, right, from when we started this business, I'm gonna make it a little bit of a longer story, but when we took this shift from when we started this business and we started to go, okay, here's you ready for the machine?
Sweater.
Here's the machine.
Like my sweater, Rich? I think I stole it from your side of the closet.
I like the sweater. Here's the machine. Ready? We have the hopper, we have the conveyor belt, right? And you have the and out pops the widget, right? Off the conveyor belt, because that's your business. It doesn't matter what your business is, right? We all have the hopper is your marketing, the conveyor belt is the service, and all your right is your service that you do for your clients.
Yes.
Right? And out pops your widget, and then you can bill said client, right? So for me, my mindset is that no matter what, my conveyor belt, my hopper, my widget smasher, whatever it may be, is only going to be as big as my capacity. Yeah. My wife's capacity. Right. When we started our business, it was I was out doing all of the marketing, all of the service. I might have had somebody there, labor helping me do some stuff, but like, great, carry all this weight over there. But I'm still managing and doing everything. I was building the bills. Right. And then I gave her T-sheets or a T-chart with the debits and credits and said, here, learn how to do QuickBooks, and she figured it out, which was amazing. I still love her for that, and she owns it. But like, to give her that and to say, here, you go do that, I'm going to go handle all this, then it's only a matter of how much I can handle, right? Same with you guys. You're at that point where you're getting to how much can you handle? How much can you handle, right? You have to hire people on. So when I look at this as the machine, I care about 100%. Any one employee is going to care about, right? And you talk about quality of employees. Any one employee is going to care about 50%.
They're part of the machine.
50%, right? Or 80%. Or you might find that awesome employee that cares about 90%. They may not go. They're not going to go 100%. But every time you pull an employee on, you're expanding your capacity of your machine, right? Your widget machine to be able to handle more capacity, right? And that's the idea is I'm okay allowing that 10%, that maybe 20, 30%. I don't want to allow 50%, somebody to not care.
I had a great friend, a mentor of mine, give me a business card, and on it was the peace sign and the pie sign, right? And it was the peace sign versus pie. And he goes, wherever you're at, you have to understand what you have to worry about, your peace or the pie. So as you hire people, you have to understand why you're also bringing them in. Are they coming in to take care of a piece of the pie or the whole pie?
Right.
So I probably don't have that card with me because we just moved, but I could get it in a second and show you, because I keep that. And it's hard as an entrepreneur, especially if you're an employee for somebody on the side, to say, oh man, this pie needs this, when I have to really worry about is a piece, right? And that's kind of where you're going to, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, you're not hiring somebody to go in and give 120% of, to your business. There's no way you're going to get somebody to do that. It's a matter of getting somebody to say, hey, look, when I'm here, I care. I'm going to try. I'm going to work hard. And that's what I'm going to do. But it's really different because I ran a shoe store, and, it was the same thing. I hired high schoolers
Whoever
to come in, come in and be a warm body in my retail store, right? Same as, same as a restaurant.
Yeah. So we know that we definitely are not, the expectations are not that someone comes in and feels that we're going to bring someone that's going to be as passionate about the success of our business as us. We're going to be more of a pie person. I need to alleviate myself and Sally's small percentage, maybe 10% of our responsibility, and put that on somebody to answer the phone so we can take vacations and have someone still at the office that can help our client base respond. There is someone there, but that they're also going to, I just need them to own that 10% that we're going to give them.
Right.
We'll work with the rest. Just do what the job description says. Own that. Love that. What can we do to make it better?
Well, and see, you're looking at the 10% of your 100%, but I'm looking at how much of that 10% are they going to own?
Yeah.
Maybe not 100% of that 10%, right?
Yep.
A lot of numbers.
You might give them a nice piece.
You say own 10%, but they're going to own 80% of that 10%.
Yeah.
Right.
I get it.
And there's still that little bit. That little bit. That
little bit that they can improve upon. But if they can even own
and
part of that, that's going to give us at least the breathing.
A huge alleviation. And that's it.
Questions
we're just looking for
we got
baby
questions.
Steps.
Questions come in.
Oh, Rich.
And y'all are very, very active in the community. All your businesses and you three individually are very, very active in the community, giving back a lot. In your hiring process, are you also looking for somebody who's got that passion to give back to the community?
I am not. I'm looking for someone that's going to allow us to free up some of our time so we can continue to give back. There's like a lot of power in the Tim and Sally duo, and a lot of times it's just one or the other because someone else has to be holding down the fort. So we just need someone to hold down the fort so we can expand a little bit and do some more in the community.
I don't know. I want somebody to be excited to be part of the team, to jump in the mix. Like Melanie helped greatly. I would say she did probably like 97% of the candy cane reindeers that we're donating.
That's awesome. But you paid her.
Yeah, but it was completely out of her scope.
But you did the work by paying her.
I mean, she built all of those reindeers. I just went out and bought the supplies.
I know,
and
but
stuff. And then like Chase, our new employee, she's really excited with stuff I talked about that we've done before with the different festivals and like the Rise Up Foundation and the Habitat for Humanity. Like she's really excited to get in there and have like all of us wearing our matching Steph's bookkeeping t-shirts, scanning tickets at the next festival or whatever, and being a team out there.
Right. Representing.
So we're someone doesn't have to be as passionate about it as we are. And if pose the question, how do you feel about community involvement? If they're like, screw McHenry and everything in it, I mean, they're not going to be someone that I'm going to want to onboard.
Right. Well, and that's kind of where I'm going to take both of your sides and go, we kind of do both because we have an adopt a road. Right. And that's just a small part of what we do with giving back to the community. But our adopt a road, I'm the same boat as you in the sense that we don't hire somebody saying, are you going to give back to the community? Right. Our goal is to hire somebody the same as Tim and say, you're going to come on and do your job description, right? You fulfill your job. Great. But we're going to promote in our company giving back and being a community. Right. And so in doing that, we have an adopt a road. And so I think it's like 3 to 4 times a year, we have to go and clean it up. We pay our employees to go and walk the street and clean it up. Now, while we're giving back to the community, we're paying our employees the same as you to build the reindeer. Right. That's why I called you out on it, because we do the same thing.
Like, I don't have a problem with it. Like,
no, but, but it introduces them to doing that community give back. And we've had employees in the past say, no, I don't need to be paid. It just, I like this kind of community give back. Let me just go and walk the street and pick shit up, right? Or whatever it may be. So like, I like the idea. We're a hybrid of both of you guys in the sense that like what we do is we promote it. We want our employees to do it. We will push them and make them, if you will, right? We'll make them and force them to do it by paying them, but it's not in their job description. They don't get hired to go and pick up trash on the side of the road.
Right. I mean, we did when I worked in the swimming pool industry, we did the Susan G. Coleman walk. Yeah. So we all had we all got the t-shirts, like our logo, whatever. And I put it all together, got everybody ready to go. And we would have like 30 or 40 of us walking all together as like a united team. I mean, they didn't pay the staff to show up on a Sunday to go do the walk, but they paid for all their sponsorships. The company paid for it.
Right. And you show up, we pay for you. You come and do it.
There was like 40 of us. And I feel like that's like, shows that that we were one big happy crappy family and doing these activities together on a non-work day. And I feel like there's a lot said in that.
So much said to that. And that's go ahead.
So probably one of the things we're going to need to work on is maybe like a mission statement or some sort of like mantra, like, hey, can you live to like, this is us, like with Tim and Sally Santos Agency, like
what we do.
We're in the community, we're involved, and we work hand in hand with our clients. We're there for them when, like, if this is the very minimal requirement that you at least feel like you can be a part of this, and then move on to what the exact job responsibilities would be.
So coming into our last like 15 minutes of this year's live shows, what's a highlight for you for 2021? Top 3 highlights.
I literally wrote down favorite part. And then I put ambulance, because that's clearly one of your favorite parts. But like I wanted to ask,
favorite part for you.
Literally, I don't know if you know how jealous I am of your ambulance, but
I've been told.
Because 2 years before you got the ambulance, I said I'm getting it in an ambulance at some point.
Yeah.
So I can outfit it and ride in, and I'm not there. There's so many, skillets in the fryer that I got cooking that I'm just not even on ambulance, and you get given one, and I'm like,
well, we'll see how it works out, man. Maybe you'll be gifted one the end of next year if it doesn't work out. You give it a go.
Gladly take it off your hands.
It's a diesel. It's awesome.
So I guess name one highlight professionally, one personally, and the thing you're looking forward to next year the most.
So professionally, there was a contest over the summer, which is usually our downtime, and it was for 3 months, and out of over 3,000 agents, we finished 26 in a 3-month period of time, which earned us our trip to Key Largo, just for me and Sally, all expenses paid. So that was cool.
No kids?
No kids. We had an option to elect a package where you could bring the kids, and we're like, nah, we're good. We're good. We see them enough. Personally, again, shout out to Sally. So she has undergone, sobriety. She's going on actually 18 months, and our business and family, I don't know that I would be sitting here right now if she wouldn't have gotten her crap together, and fourth time's a charm, and she's going on 18 months. So super proud of her.
Good for her.
Yeah, behind the scenes, there's a lot.
You're looking good too. You got a little going on.
Everybody has to work hard on something personally.
Yeah. So we were just I'm sorry, but we were just actually the working hard thing, or it kind of goes to this, like, you don't realize how strong you are until strong is your only option. Right. And so Sally's kind of been living by that motto, and she's like works out every day. She's like super healthy. She's in the best shape she's ever been in her life. And again, she's a month away from 18 months, not even a sip.
Wow.
And she's able to still be Sally, she's
I've seen her so many times in the past year, and she's just totally out and enjoying life. So
I love that. That's awesome. And then this year coming up, Actually, I'm pretty excited because Gabe, my oldest son, he is going to have a trip to Germany and Sweden and something else for school, I guess. So we've never done anything.
If you don't know, Tim's a hell of a salesman. I mean, he's got good looking kids, thanks to Sally. I mean, he married up. What do they say?
I wasn't gonna say that. You went there.
He outkicked the coverage.
Listen,
good, right?
You outkicked the coverage.
What does that mean?
You married up.
Yeah, you married up.
You married.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Literally, his kids could be models. They're all good looking.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but did they get your height?
They got her height.
Yeah.
Well, except for Julian. Julian right now is like a spitting image of me when I was.
Oh, damn it!
No, it's all good.
All right. So, he'll listen. You survived. He'll survive.
I look at some of the pictures. I'm like,
those are something about being this height.
Listen, I was
taller than me.
I was shorter than that height until I was 17. And then I
was
up.
like normal height in school. You know, this is like I've been this tall.
I was normal. I was
normal.
Yeah,
you were the tall guy.
I was normal height until everybody grew up past me.
Grew up until everyone turned 13.
That was literally it. I was the smallest kid in my high school and junior high my entire life.
My mom says, "Way to go, Sally." Well, she met you guys in Vegas.
Yeah. So, cool, thank you.
Okay, so Joe, actually we should do Kent first.
Yeah.
Professional highlight, personal highlight, and what you're looking forward to in 2022.
Professional highlight here, 21.6 the net, exceeding 5.3 million listeners. Huge. And that's got a lot to do with Pete, who expired early, but amazing. And we hope to grow that and surpass that in the upcoming year. So to all you listeners out there, absolutely. What was the other question?
And then personally, what's a highlight for you? This year?
Personally is we moved. We lived in a house for 18 years, and now we are McHenry Warriors. So I'm McHenryites, McHenryans. McHenry. I don't know, but got a beautiful house. That was a big deal for us, and it's a house that'll there'll be a lot of memories in. As our family continues to grow.
And the hoarder corner got cleaned up.
Oh shit, yeah.
and then what's your 2022? What are you looking forward to the most?
Clarity.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, in the past,
6 weeks have been a little bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah, and God didn't say, "Hey, Kent, what's your calendar look like?" Because I'm going to load it up with a bunch of shit here through the year.
Hang on, one of these.
Yeah. It was bukkake. That's what it was.
That's my favorite thing to Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
It's right. You want to know the?
Don't Google that.
No. Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. I've memorized it. It's when a daddy, and a daddy decide that mommy needs new facial moisturizer.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So literally in 2022, I'm very excited for clarity. That is the word of the year. I always pick a word each year, and 2022 is going to be clarity. And I think that'll help out everybody here at DDOE Enterprises, all the shows, everything, as well as my professional and personal. So clarity is what I'm hoping for 2021.
I love
2022.
That. So Joe,
I really like that.
What's your professional and personal highlights?
All right. So my professional highlights for 2022 would be we hit a very big mile marker for our company being a newer company, right? My wife and I are not anywhere experienced in this industry, but we still were able to get to that point and develop a successful business and continue that. So we are very happy to hit that milestone and continue on and grow past that. Personally, hang on. Along with the business, personal and business, my wife and I support over 5 families whether one of the spouses works for us, but they have kids, right? It's not just like a single dude with his girlfriend, right? That works for us. We support 4 or 5. I don't know how many families they are but I could actually think back and really count them, but I don't care to do that right now. Woo! What I really think is my personal success for my wife and I think she will say this too, is we support people in our families, not just a single person, but families in our community, with kids, with spouses that may work, may not work, whatever it may be. We're able to develop a business that supports families. So that to me is a very big personal thing. We hit our business growth goal that we wanted to do, so we're very happy for that. But the personal side is the supporting families. I mean, we my wife and I are really want to make sure that we're giving back to the community and supporting a family and being able to give somebody the income to live, not just I heard this on NPR, but it said minimum wage, and this girl was going on about how bad the term minimum wage is, because minimum wage means you're just scraping by, where we're able to support families that are able to not just scrape by, but thrive. Right. Mm-hmm. And so thriving is what we're able to do with the families that are working for us. So then our goal for 2022, efficiency. Every big business needs efficiency. So that's our goal, is to make this machine hum like a woohoo. I want it to just click along. Dudes. That's gross. 69. But no, I want this business to hum. I want it to just be well oiled, know where we're going, know what we're doing. Everybody can fall in line. Much like you, develop that description of your job, go out, do it, complete it, and be good at what you're doing, and you're going to fall right in line, and nothing's going to be a problem. Right? Much rejoicing. That's my idea.
Okay.
All right, Ken. I'm going to call the end. I'm going to call the end to the sound effects. You cannot play any more sound effects on this show. We keep running into we're wondering. I can't hear it.
Oh, they can.
But my hearing is bad, so I don't know what I'm reacting to.
I was just said it, and there was much rejoicing.
Oh well.
Yay! Yay!
I don't know. I think for professionally for 21, we grew by about 71% this year.
That's awesome.
So that was some
Epic.
pretty good growth. We had some good learning experiences. So I think our growth and our learning experiences were definitely some highlights this year for professionally. Personally,
is that like buying a new jock strap because your growth is too big?
I've never owned a jock strap, so I don't know.
But like you said, you're like, my growth is too big and I need to make some adjustments. Like the only thing my mind went to was like,
well, the growth, it wasn't too big.
Oh God!
And there's highlight number 2 of my 20.
All right, so that was literally the last bit of the live show we're gonna do. Like we're wrapping on the final minutes. I'm glad that was it. we could throw in
contribute.
Appreciate that, Tim. Appreciate that, Tim.
You should record that as a sound effect.
I will.
Dicks.
Sorry, Steph.
Go ahead, Steph. Listen, Steph handed me a bag of dicks one time, so
let her finish her deal.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I mean, okay, so personally, I guess I am always appreciative, and it's always amazing to me the family support that I get from my parents and my brother, and then Rich and the boys. So, I mean, that's always really big for me because I always want to set that proper example of working hard for my boys so they can learn and see what that hard work and dedication will get you. And then 2022, I'm looking forward to actually being able to implement and execute me stepping back from the trenches and knowing that if I hired right, my staff are going to kill it this year, which then will have
the machine.
Another big growth year. And, and then hopefully we'll be offering some new services in 2022.
I mean,
that's your widget line.
If you can do that, that's going to be absolutely epic, because once you take that, if you go to that certain threshold, right, and you hit that plateau of this is the expanded amount. I'm going to go to the widget machine. This is the expanded amount that my conveyor belt can handle, right? Because there's only so many pistons and kachunkers that are going to process those widgets, right? So you have to expand your amount of processing if you're going to make it and go on. So I love the fact that you're really taking that to the next level and thinking outside, like going, I need to go beyond.
I just need to get out of my comfort zone, and I think that's all part of being an entrepreneur.
And that's literally that, and that was what we mentioned before, passing the baby, right? Like giving the baby to somebody else is very hard when it's your baby, right? If it's not your baby and you're in the restaurant,
right,
very easy to hand somebody else's baby over to somebody else. But when it's your baby, to hand it to another person and it's your baby, that's a really hard thing.
We're surpassing our time. So Tim, give them one more time how to get a hold of you and Sally, but call after the holidays.
Yeah, after the holidays, because they're on vacation.
You know what? Yeah, you can come see us on Green Street or call 815-271-5438.
That's it. Awesome. For all of us here at In the Know with Steph and Joe, thank you for enjoying 2021. We'll see you in 2022. And
dicks.
Yeah.
You're still here?
Bag of dicks.
Thanks for letting me crash.
Appreciate it. Dude, Tim, that was awesome.
It's
that
over.
was so much fun. Go home.
Go home.
Go home. I got it. Hey, quit playing that. We can't hear it.
Go.
Have a great weekend, Gary. Thanks for finally tuning in.
Gary, man, appreciate it. Keep tuning in, dude.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a great new year. Come back tomorrow morning for Living Low Sodium. Sunday for Lisa's Changing Perceptions, Fellowship of Faith Worship Hour, and Metaphysical Meanderings. Until then, keep listening to 21.6 The Next. We never go off the air.
Whoop. Bye, guys.